And I have a new yoga mat today that I'm super excited about. My son gave me this for my birthday. So now I can face any direction. So go ahead and just wiggle and shift until you find yourself even and stable. We're going to start today with a little bit of energy work. So I'd like you to bring your hands together here in this Anjali Mudra, this gesture of gratitude. And we're practicing this class on July 4th, Independence Day. I'd like to offer the word interdependence. So maybe a moment of gratitude for just the people that have gathered together on this screen today and acknowledging our connection, our interdependence. All of the teachings of yoga are to remind us that we're not separate, that we are connected to something greater, and we're here together, and we can be here purposefully. So with your hands together, rub the hands until they feel a little bit hot. And as soon as you feel that heat in your hands, pause and just separate the hands just 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 inch, so you can feel the heat, left hand to right hand. And feel that heat as energy, your energy. So I'd like you to open your hands until it feels like there's a little ball of energy held in your hands. And as we take deeper breaths, give this ball of energy a color. Imagine this healing ball of energy starting to permeate your heart, your shoulders, your torso, your head, your legs. Just infusing you with healing light and energy today. So that as you sit here on your mat and as we start to move, the outward distractions, noises, concerns are a little bit removed from your inward experience. Right here, right now, just healing energy. You can bring that little ball up above your head and then just open your hands and let your hands kind of spill down around the shape of your body. Let's just do that a couple times, bringing the hands together like this ball of energy up and around us. And one more time, coming up and down. Roll your shoulders a few times. Just start to feel what's happening in your upper body. Alternate one at a time. And then scooping the arms up, take a nice deep breath, arms reaching up high. And as those hands meet, bring the palms together in front of your heart. And let's do that a couple more times. Reach high, deep breath in. Exhale, come down. And one more time, reach up. And down. So pausing right here for one more moment. If you'd like, you can set an intention for this time on your mat. Is there something you need? Is there something you'd like to release? Is there maybe a body part that just needs some comfort, some stretching, some healing? And you can let that be your point of focus for today. We're going to bring ourselves around to a tabletop position. Just stacking the joints, wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. And let's start today to move side to side. Let's just shift our hips sideways, kind of feeling something in that outer hip. And then a barrel roll. So coming sideways, and then drop your rib cage down. Come to the other side, and then the rib cage comes up. So you're making a sideways circle. You can think of that as moving with your bottom ribs. A little different way to approach spine warm up. Let's go the other way. Almost like an oval shape. Coming back to tabletop, let's tuck our toes. We're going to shift our hips back over our heels and take a moment to just stretch through the arches of the feet. You might rock your hips from side to side, just loosening up the fascia. And when you feel ready, spread your fingers even wider and lift up into downward facing dog. Let's take a moment here to just pedal the heels, shift the weight, stretch out. Let's raise the right leg up in the air, circle the ankle, wiggle your toes a bit. And then shifting forward, step that foot between your thumbs. I'm just going to drop the bottom knee to the ground. Take a moment now to start to find our hip flexors, our hips. So shifting forward and back here. We haven't done a lot of warm up, so maybe go to just the first edge of sensation. Moving with your breath. And as we come forward onto this kneeling lunge, let's bring our hands to the floor on either side of our back foot, pressing the toenails down, start to lift and lower the knee. So stretching across the front of the ankle, the shin, the quadriceps, and the hip flexors. And then tucking those toes under, lift the knee. Press the hands to the mat, step back, downward facing dog again, pedal your heels. And let's raise our left leg up, circle the ankle, wiggle the toes. Stepping through, left foot settles, right knee drops. Nice. And then just start your forward and back movements, warming up, waking up the hips. Today, we're just going to do a general flow that gets to all the parts of the body. We'll hit shoulders, we'll hit hips, we'll hit lower back, all the hot spots. Coming forward to kneeling lunge, hold here, press the top of your foot down and just begin to lift and lower the knee. That's an unusual movement for most of us. We're not used to putting weight on the front of the foot. It helps to strengthen our ankles and stretch our shins. Tucking the back toes, lift the knee. And this time we'll step the back foot to meet the front foot, coming into Uttanasana, forward fold. Let's walk our fingers from side to side. Let your exhales be a little bit longer as this healing energy makes its way into all the spaces of the body. Coming back to center, press to shins, lift and lengthen, and then we'll sweep the arms all the way up to extended mountain. Take a nice deep breath in, and then swan dive again back to forward fold. Let's just do that a few times. Bend your knees, sweep and rise. Circle sweep, bow low. You can almost just exaggerate your breath as you fold. Maybe it's like a sigh. One more time, lift and lengthen. This time, stay tall, cactus your arms into a back bend, squeezing the shoulders onto the back, lifting the chest. And on the exhale, hands to heart, sink your hips into chair pose. Let's flow with breath. Open and close. Starting to hear that Ujjayi breath come online. Let's take the feet out a little bit wider, coming down into a little bit more like a prayer squat. Good, beautiful. Circulation, ventilation. This time reaching the arms up high, come into a 5-pointed star, reach out to all the corners of the room. Square your feet forward and fold feet a little bit wider. Let's reach back and find the back of our ankles and gently pull head toward the earth. From the front of our mat, let's step our left foot back again, and we'll drop that knee down to the earth, right back where we left off. So we're gonna press up onto this knee, see if we can find a little more hip flexor now. And you have the option again, if you'd like, to lift that knee off the ground. If that doesn't feel good, you're just gonna stay right here, gently pressing into a little back bend. One more option, interlace the fingers, lift the arms high on Janayasana. Breathe here. If your knee is up, settle that knee back down. Open your arms out wide, palms up, thumbs reaching backwards. Stretching through the front. And then turn your palms down, reach behind, interlace again, point down. So the arms have gone all the way around the face of the clock. Let's reach both arms up, deep breath in, and then exhale, hands to mat. Coming onto the back toes, the right arm opens up into a twist. Breathe here. And releasing that hand to the ground, back foot steps to meet the front foot, forward fold. See if you notice a difference in the two sides. Let's reach the arms high. Same thing, fingers interlace, point up. Stretch your body as tall and straight as you can. Exhale, open the arms, thumbs reach backwards. Good, turn your palms down, reach behind, interlace, and point down. Arms went all the way around the face of the clock. Sweep up and dive forward. Same thing, second side. Let's reach the right foot back, drop the knee, down into your kneeling lunge. Hands pressed to the knee, lift up, and either stay here or lift the knee. Whichever you want to explore. A little bit of a back bend. Nice. Good job, everybody. Reach up. The back knee is on the ground. Interlace and tall, tall, tall. Maybe a back bend here. Beautiful. Open your arms, palms up, thumbs back. And then let's reach behind, interlace, point down. Deep breath in, big sigh out. And again, we'll sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to the mat, tuck the back toes for a twist. Left arm opens. And as those fingertips reach up, the ribs reach to the left. Nice. Let's return that hand to the ground, stepping back into downward facing dog. And it is Monday. We usually take it easy on Mondays, but you're welcome to take a vinyasa in between sequences. And that would be like this: plank pose, knees or toes, lower halfway and hold, and then release to either cobra or the tops of your feet to upward facing dog. We'll just call that a vinyasa. And come back, downward facing dog. As we shift forward, everyone, let's drop our right knee down to the ground, and we'll kick that foot back just a little bit, opening into a kneeling side plank. And stay like this or reach the arm overhead to get a little more side body reach. And then let's start to windmill the arms. So coming up into a T and over the extended leg for gate pose. Again, reaching, really opening up this space between ribs and hips. Beautiful. And then flowing with breath. Just barely let your fingertips touch the ground and come back up using the core. Nice. One more time. And then planting the hand again on the ground, fingers to the sky. Either stay here, lift your leg, or if you'd like, extend that bottom leg and come into Vashisthasana, side plank. And a little more work today. And return to the earth. Let's drop our knees. Take a moment in child's pose. Turn your palms up. Open and close your hands. Come back to your breath. And then when you're ready, tabletop position, tuck the toes to plank. We'll drop the left knee, the foot kicks off to the side, and the right arm lifts up. So you can stay like this or reach your arm up and over. Exaggerate the breath in the side body. Really nice, everybody. Let's flow with breath. We're using the obliques. This movement can be as slow or fast as you like. If you want a little more fire, go faster. If you want a little more gentle, just slow it down. Come up and hold. Take a deep breath in, really reach tall. And then exhale over, kneeling side plank. Stay here or lift your leg. Or if you'd like, take that full side plank, Vashisthasana. Make sure your shoulder is stacked over your wrist. And release. Come back again to child's pose. Rock your heels, hips over your heels. Just come back to that even, healing breath. Rising up to tabletop, move through cat and cow a few times and see if that spine is starting to lengthen, soften. Awesome, everybody. Really nice. Let's tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, raise the right leg high. Exhale, step through, drop your bottom knee. Pressing onto the thigh, lift up. Knee stays down or lifts. Arms can reach. Good, and lowering down. Left hand down, tuck the toes, sweep again into that twist. From here, lower the hand, lifting up, hands to heart. Just gonna take a little deeper look at that twist. How's your body feeling right now? Let's lengthen forward. Get a nice long spine and then rotate to the right. Hands pressed to heart center. You're looking over your right shoulder. I'm just going to give you a little challenge here. So you can walk your left foot up, or if you want a little balance challenge, float your left foot and very, very slowly move into twisted chair. Twisting chair, full breath. Why not? It's a holiday. Might as well shake things up. Bring your hands back together in front of your heart and take a slow ride up to the top of the mountain. Bring your hands to your heart and pause. It's kind of a vigorous little section. So come back to your breath. And what are you noticing? Come back to your intention. Let's exhale and hinge forward from the hips. Stepping the right foot back and dropping the knee. Pressing to the thigh, that knee can stay down or lift up. Arms overhead. Beautiful, everyone. Hands down. Coming into twist, tuck the toes, left arm opens. Moving our bodies in all these directions, finding the little spaces that have been neglected. Sending energy there. Release the hands, rise up, high lunge, and we'll bring our hands to heart center. All right, are you ready? Nice deep lunge, hinge forward over the hips, find your twist. Little deeper twist. Really spread out your toes. Make sure that left foot is firm and wide and strong. And then either just tiptoe your back foot in or balance and float your back foot in, coming into twisting chair. Breathing here. And we'll bring our hands to heart center. Let's fold forward, separate the feet a bit. You can hold on to either the ankles or the big toes and just gently pull down. Let yourself exhale longer and release that last section. Lifting halfway. Let's circle the arms all the way up, extended mountain, and bring hands to heart. Beautiful, everybody. Step your left foot back. Let's find a warrior pose. And we're gonna open it out into warrior two. All right, starting to just use these muscles here like we did a moment ago on our knees. Let's move from reverse warrior into side angle. Remember that ball of light that we started with that was small. Now the ball of light is this big, this huge ball of healing energy rolling around us. Like we're right in the middle of all that light. See if there's any place in your body that can feel a little bit lighter, a little bit brighter here. And the next time we get over that leg, let's rest on the thigh, arm to the ceiling or over ear. Reaching out so long in Parsva Konasana, side angle pose. Hips a little lower, feet firm. Really gorgeous, everyone. Let's reverse that warrior again. Straightening the front leg, come into a nice long side body stretch. And arms in a T. Let's turn our toes straight forward. Palms up. Inhale, tall, interlace, straight arms. We've been here before. And then open, palms up, thumbs back as far as you can reach. Perfect. Palms down, reach behind, interlace, collarbones broaden. Let's fold forward with this bind. Knuckles to the sky, head to the earth. Releasing the hands to the floor. Lifting up halfway, we'll turn toward our left foot. Let's create warrior feet, coming up to warrior one and open into warrior two. Nice wide stance. When you're ready, start that flow. Reverse to side angle. You can go slower, you can go faster. Stirring up the energy in any way you like. A big ball of energy. Next time we come over, resting on the thigh, hands up or over the head. Let your hips drop, stretch so long through the side. And returning to reverse warrior, this time with a straight leg, stretch tall. Reach and breathe so deeply into the left rib cage. Fill it up. Bringing the arms out into a T, squaring the feet. Palms turn up, interlace, lift palm, maybe a back bend here. Just a little bit, little lift of the heart. And then open the arms. Thumbs back, open to possibility, open to change, and open also to what is, all of it. Palms down, reach back, interlace, and hinge. So nod your head yes, shake your head no, standing here in your own footprints, breathing your own breath. Just gonna play with a little warrior flow here. We're just trying to move this energy around. Fingertips to the ground, lift and lengthen through the crown of your head. Shoulders on your back, walk toward your right foot. Drop your back heel, one breath, warrior one. Exhale, open, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Beautiful. Inhale, warrior one. The back heel comes up off the ground. And we're going to exhale into warrior three. It's a balancing pose. If you'd like to remove the arms, you can. The thigh, to the heart, to the sides, or leave them extended. And let's drop that foot again. Warrior one. Open to warrior two. Good, everybody. Straightening that right leg, shifting forward. Let's come to Trikonasana, triangle pose. Let's breathe here. Fingertips lifting high, spine lengthening, feet pressing. Good. One more time. Bend the knee. You can rest on the knee or touch the floor. Side angle, Parsvottanasana. Let that top arm be where it feels best. On the exhale, lower your hands. Shift toward your right foot. Back foot draws in. Pyramid pose. Lengthening and folding. Should feel something in your right hamstring. A little or a lot. One more shape here. Lengthen through the spine and twist. So right hand onto the low back or hip. Open your shoulders to the side. Really press into the ball of your right big toe. Stay here or lift the arm. Releasing back to center. Come wide on your mat and just gently bend side to side. Shake that off. First side done. Just moving in a way that feels interesting to your hips. And as we come wide again, let's turn toward our left foot. Dropping the heel, rise up, warrior one. Root down. And then peeling open, warrior two. So good. Reverse your warrior. And back to warrior two. Scoop to warrior one, and we'll find that balance. Come up onto your back toes. And maybe warrior three looks like this today. Maybe it tilts forward and the arms change. Finding balance. Trying to stand strong in a shaky world. And just be here in our center together. Coming back to warrior one. Open out, warrior two. Good job, yogi. Straighten that left leg, shift into triangle pose, Trikonasana. And you're trying to make really straight lines with your body here. So try to stack your shoulders, lift your hand, lengthen your spine. Yeah. Amazing. Bending that knee. Side angle pose, Parsvottanasana. Stay here or maybe reach for the floor. Breath stay steady. And release the hand. Back foot comes in, pyramid pose. Lengthen and fold. I don't know if you noticed, but we just went 360 degrees around each leg, finishing here with a twist to that outer hip. So stay here or lift the arm. And lower. Coming back to center, turn your toes out, and one more time, just lunge side to side. Shake off that last set. From the center, heel toe your feet back together. Lift and lengthen halfway, and then ride all the way up to the top of the mountain. Bring your hands in front of your heart. A gesture of gratitude. A reminder of intention. Let's plant our weight in our right foot and pick up the left knee. Roll it open to the side for Vrikshasana tree pose. Option one, stay right here like a little kickstand, but keep this hip hugged in. Option two, foot to lower leg. Option 3, foot above the knee. You want to avoid the knee always. Find your tree. And then playfully decide where you want your branches. Maybe they're symmetrical, maybe they're asymmetrical, maybe they're folded in, maybe they're moving. But as you look at this screen, and maybe you can just see me, maybe you can see some other people, I'd like you to just bring to mind this idea of interdependence. The way trees all share a root system beneath the earth that we can't see. There's no tree that stands alone. And yet, there's no tree that looks like the tree next to it or acts like the tree next to it. But they all support each other in this beautiful interdependence. As your foot presses down into the earth, can you feel that connection to the other roots? And then just step to neutral and try not to shake out that right foot. Just let it release itself. Just pause for a moment here, standing on 2 feet. 2 feet that feel very different. And then intentionally root down through the left foot, make the toes a little wider, pick up the right heel, and let's find tree here. So as we open up our branches on this side, you might think of someone who right now you disagree with. And just kind of bring to mind this idea that we share the same root system. And there's not a tree on the planet that's fighting against another tree, right? They're different and they grow toward the sun together. Let's see if you can feel a sense for just a moment of sharing a root system even with someone different than you. That's the hard work. And then let's release both feet. Pause again for a moment to just let your feet settle themselves. Bring that ball of light back into your hands. Pause and breathe. Healing energy, infusing every cell of our bodies. Let's reach high. Let's bow low. And face the long side of your mat. Come down onto your left knee and reach that right leg out again. We came here earlier. Inhale up over that long side leg. Exhale down into your kneeling side plank. And this time, let's lift that knee, lift that leg, and reach down and find the ankle, kicking that foot back. Finding a nice hip opener and shoulder stretch. Coming out again into the T, bring your hand to your hip and then lower that leg down in front of you. So it's kind of a 45-degree angle out in front of you. Press into that left hand and extend the right leg. So you're in this wide version of Vashisthasana. And then return to the earth, both knees down. Press yourself back to child's pose. Open up those palms. Make a little fist. Pause here. And coming up to knees, extend your left leg. Arms open, tilt over that extended leg. And then let's come down to a kneeling side plank. Lift the leg, grab the ankle, kick into the hand and open. Take deep, deep breaths here. Front of the body receiving. Opening again to the T, hand to hip, shift that leg forward. And it is perfectly fine to stay on this bottom knee and lift the arm. If you'd like that challenge, extend that leg, come into a split version of that side plank. Doesn't really feel like gentle yoga Monday, does it? I think I had some energy today I had to deal with. Lower the hand, come to the mat, knees down, child's pose. Rock your hips from side to side. Let's bring ourselves down onto our bellies. We're just gonna do one back strengthening pose here, and you get to choose yours. So option one, bring your legs together and reach back into locust. Fingers reaching back, palms down. Your feet can be up or down. Locust. Option two, a little bit wider feet, bend your knees, reach towards your heels. I call this almost bow. And if you like, it's easy for you to grab your ankles, kick your feet, bow pose. All three are wonderful ways to strengthen the back. And as we release, let's just turn one cheek to the ground. Wiggle out your legs. Shake your hips. And with hands by the head, press up to all fours for pigeon pose. So let's start with our right knee to our right wrist. You're welcome to put something under your hip or your pelvis. You can stay upright, a little more hip flexor stretch, or you can lower down, traveling more to the outer leg. Give your head something to rest on, your hands or a pillow. And breathe. That healing breath coming into the tight spaces, the closed off sections, the pain and the tenderness. Let's rise back up to hands, lift and lengthen. Just return to tabletop position. Take the knee, the right knee, and just circle it out to the side a few times. And then let's switch, left knee, left elbow. High or low, prop yourself up. The only rule is no pain in the knee. No pain in the knee. Imagine that breath going right down into your hips and pulling with it on the exhale, anything old, Anything you're finished with, up and out. Take one more deep breath here, in and out. When that breath is gone, return to tabletop. Let's circle out that left knee. Sweeping the legs around and out in front of us, let's lower down onto our backs. Once you get here, hug your knees into your chest, move around a little bit. And let's bring our feet to the earth, coming up into bridge pose. Setu Bandhasana. If you prefer wheel pose, bring your hands to your head and press all the way up into Urdhva Dhanurasana, wheel pose. Either way, stretching across the hips, opening the heart. A liberating posture. Take one more breath here. And then releasing down to the earth. Drawing the knees in one more time. Let's take the legs straight up in the air, flexing and pointing. And inversion, going upside down, seeing the world in a different perspective. Reaching up to find the right big toe. Lower the left leg down to the earth. Just let that leg come out to the side, stretching through the inner thigh. And back up. Both legs up, switch. Hold your left big toe, lower the right leg. Just take a nice little release out to the side. One last stretch. Moving back to center and slowly lowering the leg. Begin to find your way into Shavasana. Just taking the next minute or so to reconnect with your breath. Maybe give yourself a little body scan, allowing you to settle here. We're going to switch over to April, who will guide us through a meditation. If you need to leave, please have a wonderful day. If you can stay, just stay right here.
Thank you so much for that, Denise. As always, so moving, so stirring, so touching and exquisitely tender. I invite you to continue to be exquisitely tender in your body and in your practice. I invite you to stay where you are, or to reposition to an upright seated position, or to choose any posture that really called out to you in today's practice. I invite you and welcome you. To find your favorite posture. As you are melting further into the ground, into the earth, whatever position you have chosen, I would like to read a poem by John Woodell. My hope is that his words will resonate with you. If this is not your preference for whatever reason, feel free to continue listening to the song of your breath, the poetry that is you. Or if you need to go, we, Denise and I, bid you adieu. Here are John Woodell's words. I used to think that achieving inner peace would make my heart look like a calm lake. I thought being in harmony meant no ripples, no waves, no lapping shores, just still water. It turns out that serenity isn't the absence of movement. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Because the more peace I feel, the more my heart churns and bubbles, like a lake boiling as a ribbon of lava breaks through underneath the water. I don't think we were created out of nothingness to come here just to let our hearts become an unmoving body of cold water covered in standing algae. I think the great love placed a fire in us so that our lives will be a natural spring of swirling, hot, healing water that never looks the same way twice. The war machine thinks it is the only thing that can move in lumber. And that's not simply true. Peace is the most disturbing force in the universe. Peace is the tide that washes away the ancient seaweed of division that builds upon our shores. Peace is anything but still. It's a tsunami that can terraform rock fortresses into open air chapels. My love, I'm starting to realize that the less my heart moves, the heavier it gets, the more dust it collects, the less kindness I feel. But when I let my heart constantly stir like a cotton candy machine, the lighter and sweeter it becomes. Empathy is an act of chaos. It takes the narcissistic scripts we have been given and rewrites them into a handwritten gospel of understanding. Peacefulness is anything but still. It is pure motion. Peace is the ripple that starts in the center of my heart and rushes out through the faucets of my eyes, hands, and tongue, out into the world. We aren't here to be stagnant, no. We are here to make a splash. Allow those words to plant seeds inside your being. Allow those seeds to germinate within your soul, in the cool damp of your awareness, so that someday it will sprout roots, and leaves, and vines, flowers, blossom in the warm sunshine that is your inner light. The war machine thinks it is the only thing that can move and lumber. That is not simply true. Peace, your peace, is the most disturbing force in the universe. Peace, your peace, is the tide that washes away the ancient seaweed of division. Now, with your mind's eye, taking that ball of light that we have tenderly up in our hands and have gradually spread throughout our body, bring the whole of your body into this light of awareness, of love, of compassion, of determination to not be bowed by the noise and the din of the outside world that refuses to be dimmed by the darkness that this world can contain. Simply being with your whole self, glowing with your inner light. Take several more deep, cleansing, restorative breaths. Slowly reawaken your extremities by wiggling your fingers and your toes. Circle out your wrists and your ankles. And maintaining that exquisite tenderness for your own being, for your own light, for your own potential. Feel free to move, to stretch, to yawn. A couple more breaths, hang out in relaxed awareness. Meet me in an upright, seated posture. Slowly, gently. And with an inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Palms meet, gathering up the light and energy of our practice today. And your exhale sweeps that ball of light back to your heart center, where it all began. Say something kind to yourself. Bask in the light that is you. Stoked by your practice. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you in your meditation practice today. And I thank Denise for guiding us in our own special and beautiful way through our movement practice. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful 4th of July. May we all be safe. May we all be healthy. May we all be happy. May we all be peaceful and at ease. Thank you. And namaste.